Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to share a quick video of my 5 favorite sales from this week. These aren't going to be the highest dollar sales that I had, but just 5 things I thought were interesting to sell or the way they went about, and I wanted to share them with you. For those of you who are new to the channel, I sell primarily on Facebook Marketplace right now. It's been doing really well for me. I kind of like the informal atmosphere of it as opposed to eBay. And the things I sell are a lot of times impulse buys or things people weren't searching for the keywords of. So I do really well on Marketplace. And these are my 5 favorite things that sold this past week. This one's going out today. It is a copper scuttle bucket for coal. Now this guy's actually only going 30 minutes away by shipping, and the buyer paid $20 to ship this. Now that was really interesting to me because I personally thought that $20 shipping was way too high and no one would buy it and would sell locally, which I guess technically it did. But I recently went through all of my items, and if it was worth my time and effort or feasible to ship, I went ahead and added a shipping rate, even if it was insanely high. And I did that for 2 reasons. One, it seems to me like Facebook suggests items with shipping above the items that are local pickup only. That isn't stated anywhere, but if you do a search for any items, even if you search local only, the ones that ship will still pop up. And secondly, the more people who click on your listing, the higher it goes in the algorithm. So if someone in New York clicks on this and says that shipping is insane and clicks off, it still bumps it higher up for someone locally to see it and maybe end up buying it and doing a porch pickup. That was why I added shipping to this, even though I thought $20 was too high. No one will pay that to ship it, but it'll get more views. But clearly it wasn't that high to someone else and they bought it. My next item is this Alvin the Chipmunk Build-A-Bear plush. Now I was little, I loved Alvin, so I had to grab this even though it was only worth about $10, and I've been trying to only get like the higher end Build-A-Bears. But I love Alvin, I couldn't leave him. And this one isn't on this list because it made a lot of money. It sold for $10, porch pickup. But it is on this list because of the story with it. David was actually out working on the car when the family came to pick up this toy, and a little boy about 8 years old hopped out of the car. He got to put the money in the drop box himself and pick it up out of the box, and then spent the next 5 minutes while his mom tried to buckle him in, screaming about Alvin and having fun with his new toy. So while the high profit, high dollar sale items are always fun to hear, I thought it would be nice to share a cute little story of a little kid getting a toy he absolutely loved and having fun with it. And next up are these Magic School Bus books. A couple of these are actually mine when I was little. The rest came from the bins. And I did sell them as a bundle lot. They're in a kind of rough shape, but good for reading. I bring these up because I had this bundle listed for about a year, I thought. When I moved into my new office space and did a full inventory, I actually found out they weren't listed at all. And I don't know if I had ever listed them and they accidentally got deleted, or if I just forgot to post them after taking pictures. So I photographed them, listed them, and they'd sold within a couple of days. So it's a good reminder to myself to do regular checks to make sure that that stale inventory is actually listed and not just wasting space. My next item is this Umizoomi DS game. And this one only sold for $10 plus shipping. But it's actually my highest profit margin because I paid less than a dime for this. I got it from the Goodwill outlet in a little baggie of DS games. I did a quick check on all the titles that I didn't recognize. Some I bundled up, some I sold individually. So even though it was technically not a high dollar amount sale, it was a high profit item, and I will take sales like that all day long. And my last thing is this medical journal. And I loved this book. I really didn't want to let it go, but I don't have a use for it. But I got it from the bins. You can actually see it in my most recent haul video. And it was really beat up. It's missing a whole chunk of pages. The pages are falling out. The binding's coming off of it. So I was happy someone else wanted it as much as I did. And I think it's a good reminder, especially if you're new to reselling. Just because another seller doesn't want something doesn't mean you can't make money off of it. When we did the shopping trip for books, a few people told us that it wasn't really worth going through some of the bins because they had all been picked over the day before. There wasn't anything new out, and resellers had already gone through them, so there wasn't anything of value. Sure, maybe there weren't any brand new books that sold immediately on Amazon, but that's not where I sell, and that's not what my interest is. So just because you see another reseller pass you in a store or a yard sale and not pick something up, Doesn't mean that you can't make a profit on it on your platform. Doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing. It just means that you guys sell different items in different places. And that's a good place to tell you, don't forget to enter our book giveaway. We're giving away these 4 books, and you can enter that by going to the video linked below, subscribing, liking, and dropping a comment, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to share another video like this with you next week. Bye.